Beyond the Lakers and the Knicks, the Pelicans have been made aware of, quote, a handful of teams that AD would be willing to sign long-term with upon a trade, league sources tell ESPN, but that Boston isn't included on that list. Woj went on to tweet that the Bucks and Clippers are in the mix, along with the Lakers and the Knicks. So that's interesting on so many levels, obviously designed to goose the trade market this week, right, instead of letting him sit and sort of go on. You know, I don't think they can play him the rest of the season, so that would mean he would sit out for a few more months. So maybe AD has decided, hey, if this power move to the Lakers isn't working, here are some other teams. What do you think of the Bucks and Celtics, the Bucks and the Clippers possibly being in the mix?
Bucks are tough. I mean, you look at their roster, you look at their cap sheet, really. All the guys that you kind of like are all going to be free agents at the end of the year. Chris Middleton's going to be a free agent. Malcolm Brogdon can be free. And so there's a lot of uncertainty there. So if you're going to trade Anthony Davis, I don't think you can make a deal like that and get back literally nothing but picks. If you look at the Bucks pick inventory, they owe a couple. They don't have any incoming in terms of first rounders. So overall, I don't know what kind of package the Bucks could put together that would make Dell Demps say this is the best offering. But it still goes back to, when you say opening it up to other teams, it still goes back to the Lakers. Can you make what I like to call a full Brooklyn type move?
Go full Brooklyn.
Can you give me everything? Because if you give me everything, I'll make
Brooklyn for that guy.
For that guy.
For this guy. Right here. You mean this trade? The trade that involved that guy.
But if I'm Dell Demps, that's what makes me do a deal now. Because other than that, it's in my best interest to wait until the draft time at least to figure out where the draft lottery picks are. Maybe the Knicks can give me their number one pick and those extra ones that they got from Dallas.
All right, well, I want to move on to this too, Paul, because Woj is also tweeting the Lakers have offered a new package to New Orleans. It includes multiple young players, multiple draft picks, Pelicans salary cap relief. Lead sources tell ESPN the offer appears to move closer to the objectives that the Pelicans are pursuing in a deal. So, Paul, what do you make all of this? First of all, I want you to start back to the point that AD says he doesn't want to play in Boston, according to Woj's reporting.
I really don't get it, because at the end of the day, he says he wants to go somewhere where he can win. And, of course, if you go to Boston, you're going to win. So I don't understand when you put the Knicks on there or even the Clippers. They're not, I don't think, as far ahead as Boston is when you're talking about wanting to secure your legacy and win a championship. So it's really mind-boggling. It's like, what is he really looking for in getting out of New Orleans? You know, is it about winning? Is it about your brand? I mean, it's...
Can it be about kind of a little bit of everything?
I mean, yeah, but if you win in Boston, I mean, what does that do for you on and off the court? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of mind-boggling to me that he wouldn't be open to the Celtics when I see these other teams on the list.
Well, I mean, again, to me, the signals being sent out today are, I want to get out of here now, right? If he's willing to expand the list, that basically is a message to other teams. Please make a bigger offer now.
Yeah.
And I personally don't understand why more teams aren't making a big offer now anyway. If you trade for Anthony Davis right now, you get him for 2 playoffs.
18 months, yeah.
2 playoffs, which could make a huge difference to some of these teams. If you're in the finals for 2 years because of Anthony Davis and then he leaves, isn't that still a win?
That's better than what you've been doing.
And also, we talked about this on the day with Woj, on the day that AD made his trade demand. Some team could pick him up just for this run right now, and then they could be the one auctioning him off on July 1st. So I get it that Anthony Davis wants out now, doesn't want to be sat down for the rest of the season. That wouldn't be good for the league, by the way. Top 5 players sitting for no reason if the Pelicans had to protect their trade asset there. Do you think the Lakers swooping in now is sort of the next building block off of, hey, other teams get involved? Lakers, hey, still us. What do you make of that?
Get off the pot, basically. You know the first part of that phrase. I want to address something that Paul said. I know there's a reason why Boston would not be on his list. If you remember a few weeks ago, Danny Ainge had the comment where he compared LeBron James to Donald Trump, and I said, you're playing with fire there, because beyond just it wasn't an apt comparison, and also it was a topic completely Celtics-free. Right. It was just his musings. You know there's a very strained relationship between the president and LeBron James. You know you are insulting LeBron James when you say that. Even if you didn't mean it as an insult, you know he's going to take it as an insult. You know his influence on the agency and who they represent. This was Danny Ainge's posse gate, right? Phil Jackson said posse, and that's it. The Knicks were off the LeBron list. Now Danny Ainge said that stuff, and now Boston's off the list for Anthony Davis.
Well, James is still represented by Rich Paul, you know, so who represents Anthony Davis. So how are the Knicks on a list if Boston isn't?
Because Phil ain't there no more.
Okay.